Got her. Oh my God. Staying positive, this kind of stuff happens. Oh man, well, we got two separate plans, or two different things on the agenda for this morning. One is to secure a cut foremost, because as much as the weight looked good on paper, ultimately it's still hard out here right now. So these boys are gonna catch them. We're gonna try to get ourselves a limit first, and then we're gonna go and push up shallow and do some good old gut feeling fishing. Sound good, guys? Right along, let's go.
I got you in live mix.
Let's see if we can line this guy around a little bit. These are mega bass rods. These are the Destroyer series by Mega Bass. All right, Kyle's running down, so that means that other spot's open right now. I'm gonna let that rest just for a little bit, and then I'm gonna push on up, ease on up to what my initial, jeez, one just followed it all the way back. Come on, eat it. Cool thing about a chatterbait is that it's really versatile. Obviously chuck and wind it, but you can crawl it, you can fish it like a jig on the bottom, just making short little spurts. And especially around grass, it's just like an all-terrain 4x4 of a jig. And there's so much bluegill around right now, so much. You don't see it for so much down the lake. Like on the flat and whatnot, it's just more shad that way, but up this way, there's a lot more bluegill. So I think that's kind of what, between the bluegill and I don't think that's a bass. I hope it is though. Not a bass. That initial run. Oh, that was close. That was real close. Thank God for my Sims gloves. That would have been real bad. Yep, like I was just saying, trash fish. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. That thing hammered it. Brah. It like spooked me, but as soon as she made that initial run, I was like, all right, that's not a bass. Those drummers, they're so fun to catch, but not during a tournament. But if the drum are up there feeding, then sometimes the bass are up there as well with them mixed in. Man, the first time I caught a drum, it was on my way down to the Ouachita River for the Nationals, and I stopped and fished Tadoe Lake, and I was throwing a lipless around, and I thought I had hooked a 10-pounder, but it was a 10-pounder, just a 10-pound black drum. And the hat pops off. Sweet. Oh. Okay, we broke the seal. Took a little bit of time. But we got one, guys. Looks like a 2-pounder. But right now, I think these fish are setting up off of main lake channel, and they are they're basically feeding on outside stuff. I need to try and see if I can clear my scale out. I'm like trying to do two things at once. I want to show you guys what's going on, how I caught this fish, but I also want to take care of her as well. Okay, 2-pounder. 2-pounder to start the morn. Very cool. Yeah, so like I was saying, they're I think they're set up in a way where when the current's not pulling, they're still there, and there's still ways to catch them. And I think when you slow down, I think a lot of people get in this mentality like, oh, I'm on a river system, I'm gonna crank and do all this fast stuff. But I think you gotta sometimes just slow down, read the conditions, and you can still get these fish to bite. I think downsizing to something more subtle, like a shaky head, and just working it slow, like counting rocks slow. And so I'm fishing this on 12-pound FC Sniper, and this Mega Bass Destroyer. This is called the X Bites. This is one of my favorite light Texas rig, finesse jig, and also shaky heads. When you can feel the bottom, that's super important. And when you got a strong line and you trust everything, that's exhibit A. Let's keep it going. I caught a 5 off that stump yesterday. I don't know. I do not know. Nope. I'll take getting bit over not getting bit though. I like that. Five more minutes here. Work our way back down. Oh, that was a bass. That looked like a keeper. I just need to figure out how to catch these guys. It's a keeper. Yeah, there's a bunch of fish here. I just gotta be patient. Oh man. There's a stump down there on this ledge, and there's a bunch of bait that's pushing up around it. And so I think by you're doing okay. All right, cool. Add in this other guy, but I think there's enough fish here for sure to get a limit. It's just whether or not I'm able to stay patient and be able to fish them out, because I think I had a good like 4.5 pounder here in the afternoon yesterday. My first fish came off this spot, and I see a bunch of fish down there, so maybe I just gotta settle in and just hang out for a bit. It's always tricky when you have all these different spots rolling through your head of where you could potentially be fishing, and like where you should go and whatnot. But ultimately, if you see fish, you've caught fish. then you shouldn't leave fish. A lot slower of a grind today. My key stretch did not end up working out. I only got one short on it. So it seemed either one, they moved off, or maybe two, it's just a timing deal and they just weren't up there yet. So like I said, I'm gonna just try to remain patient and remain calm and see what we can do. I'm gonna bust out a sea rig, and I think we settle in here and hang out for maybe we'll give it an hour. Oh, this Destroyer series is such a dream. I feel like whenever I'm dragging a weight around, I can always just like feel kind of like Braille. You just feel what's down there. There's certain harder spots to this point, which is unique. It's not all good rocky chunky stuff with shell. There's a little bit of mud here, and then there is some really nice hard spots. And it seems like whenever I get around a good hard spot and I can feel the shell and the rock, and that's kind of when I've been able to get bit so far. Keep her going. Some people ask, oh, do you fish straight braid to a leader or 100% fluorocarbon when throwing bottom contact baits? And for me, can't beat straight fluorocarbon. The sensitivity is incredible, especially it's able to telegraph any type of little bump or disturbance in the line really well. And so when you fish braid, you get a direct contact with a leader. It's time and place, but when it comes to bottom contact baits, dragging and that kind of stuff, I always go with FC Sniper. On the shaky head right now, I'm throwing 12-pound tests. On my jig, I'm throwing shooter with 20. On my sea rig, I actually put 22 on. I don't think that they don't care as long as you're running a slightly lighter leader, and that's what I do. I'll run 22-pound test out of the reel, so you have really strong, rigid line that you can get through a lot of muck. A 3/4 ounce Freedom tungsten weight, and then I'll use Sunline FC leader, about 20 pound. That way, in case you do hang up or something like that, then you end up breaking off the leader. You don't end up losing a weight. There's another little guy. Let's double check it real quick. Just gotta take care of these fish. Gotta make sure to wet down your bump board so you don't burn them. She's a keeper. She's a keeper. Yes. I'd be so excited to see a 3/4 pound fish. But you know, baby steps. That's all you do in fishing and in life. Incremental improvements, and that's all we can ever hope for as humans. Oh, she goes a pound too. It's a big one. Oh boy. All right. We got 3 fish in the box for 4 pounds. But that's fine. That's fine. I just want to get a limit first, then we can work up from there. But yeah, it's had to kind of change up the plan this morning. They weren't on the stretch, so kind of flying by the seat of my pants, if you will. But I'm glad that I decided to really slow down and kind of methodically fish this spot, because I seen some fish here, and yeah, and now I got all 3 fish that I've caught today have been off of this spot, so might be able to get a limit here, and then from there kind of bounce around. I got another spot about 15 miles in the other direction, which really don't want to run to, but might have to. I'm not sure yet. We're just kind of feeling it out. Right now, since they're not pulling any current, Just trying to go as slow and finessey as possible, thus the shaky head. I'm rotating between a 1/2 ounce football jig, a Texas rig, a shaky head, and a Carolina rig. So I think between those few baits, changing up other soft plastics, and just giving them something fresh to look at, because you don't want to just keep hammering them with the exact same thing. It's so funny how sometimes fish can completely turn off to something, and you throw a different bait, they eat that bait, and then they turn back on to the other bait you're catching them on. So it's one of those things that it's important that we just kind of keep them honest, keep them moving, and fish slow. TVA, not a lot of current, fish slow down. But I mean, that's just the way that I've figured out how to get a couple bites today. Definitely not fishing fast by any means. All kinds of contributing factors to the morning, but you know what? No complaints. I'm out here fishing, and life is good. Life is good. But since I'm fishing slow, I'll take this moment to say what's up to everyone back home in Hawaii, and also back home on the West Coast. How's it, everyone? I think people tuning in there is just about having their coffee. In Hawaii, it's still really early yet, but almost 12 noon here. Whew! And it is not. Ooh, is that breeze? No way. The little things in life, like a 2 mile per hour breeze. Oh, it feels so glorious. Oh my goodness, this feels amazing. But yeah, just trying to, like I said earlier, I'm just fishing slow, trying to keep my head in it. I just need to get just need one more. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mwah. You stinky, stinky man. Oh, with a little hole in the slip. I can't believe I'm out of breath. For excitement, I'm not out of breath because it is also super, super hot. We're getting delirious out here, folks. Trying to stay hydrated. I got the Yeti loaded, but oh, almost a 3-pounder, baby. 211. Oh my goodness. This may be a $10,000 bass right there. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, dude. Just kind of kept cool, like I said, and just like hung out. I was about to run earlier. I was starting to get a little spun out, and I think it can happen very quickly and easily. Is when you in really need of fish and things aren't going your way. But I had a 4-pounder off this spot yesterday and I caught 4 fish off of it today, so I was about to pull the plug. I guess we might hang out for a little bit because it seems like they just keep wanting to hang out with me, so why not? But special thanks to my equipment, man, because if it wasn't for, I thought I was, for a second I was like, I'm like, wait, am I feeling something? And then it pulled again. I'm like, oh boy, let's give her the business. But here we go. Megabass X Bites. This is the Destroyer series. This is such a sensitive rod when it comes to bottom contact baits. So finesse Texas rigs, finesse jigs, shaky heads, all those kind of things are incredible baits to fish on a rod like that. But we just need one more fish, folks. We just need one more fish, and we got ourselves a limit. So I might just hang out and try and get it up here, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We'll see you guys soon. Whew. Oh, that's exciting. Right as the droney left, and then the droney came back.
They're queuing in.
That same cast, dude, it's like literally right there. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Not as good as I thought, but still. That is a good one. Woo! Yeah!
Little bloody.
A little bloody. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Straight in here. And then what I'm gonna do real quick, this stuff right here is a lifesaver. Just make sure I got her blocked off. Is that the first one, or that's the one I just caught? Okay. So, okay, there we go. Oh. Another 2 3/4.
2 3/4.
Okay, we got ourselves a limit. Whew.
Nice, dude.
Oh yeah. I literally didn't pee all day yesterday until I got home.
Wow. Well, that's not good, but wow.
Yeah, not trying to brag about it. I'm just like, I'm like freaking out about it because I'm like, shoot, I don't want kidney stones. But my curiosity can't help myself. Oh. I don't think it's gonna help any. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cut it out, Buster Brown. I'm gonna throw her on the scale just in case, but I don't think she's gonna help. Giants. Absolute giants. Hammered that one. Absolutely hammered that one. How's that hook set shot, Sego? You got it. Go cart. I'm gonna switch over to this Mega Bass sleeper gill, give him something a little different. And I might actually flip a jig instead of that worm when I get up there. Whew. Man, you guys are lucky you're back in the studio. I promise you, you don't want to be out here in this heat right now. Oh, what I would do for some AC. Oh. AC, nice ice cold drink. Sounds wonderful. So with this sleeper gill, showed you guys earlier, I'll give you guys another look. A perfect imitation of the forage that I've been seeing here, with that unique dorsal kind of hook covering. It comes through the eelgrass pretty well. Also fishes excellent through lilies. I've caught them really good down in Florida with this bait, California. You don't want to you don't want to throw too heavy a line with this because it would kind of blow out. I think that sweet spot is that 16 to 18. And you want to fish it almost on like a frog rod, because it has a really stout single hook in there. So if you fish it with like a lighter jig rod, it still works, but you're not able to really drive that hook in when they get it. I had to experiment with a couple different rods to figure out what was the key, and I found that this Mega Bass BMG is. Oop. Example A, baby. Like I was saying, so look at that, perfect hook penetration, sleeper gill absolutely choked, 2-pounder. So I needed to cull this fish. I have a 1-pounder in there that I needed to cull out. Rinse you off real quick. A bit of weight on her right now. I think she's gonna go 2. Yep, 2 pounds. Sweet. All right, that's a 2-pounder. Now to find the little baby. Oh gosh, that's the thing. I really like these Bass Cat live wells because they have a lot of space to swim around in, but it can also get sketchy in a hurry with the little ones because they can easily fit down in the crevice down here. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. 4. So we're gonna put pull clips on these and balance beam these guys out. Figure out which ones to go. Okay, that's pretty clear. I did not want to bring this little thing to the scales. See ya. Oh, you know, could have been better. Could have been worse. So I'm not mad at it. It's one of those things. It's fishing, you know. I'm just happy I have a limit, and unless something crazy happened and the guys actually just absolutely whacked them today, like it looks like I'll be fishing tomorrow. So that's the main thing. Did my job. I'm getting paid tomorrow. I'm just curious on how much I drop down in the points. but we'll see. We're about to check in and take a look at Bass Track right now, but you know, I'm pretty happy. I didn't lose any fish that would have helped me, and feel like I fished pretty clean. So I'm just yeah, you know, not mad at it. You know, it was just one of those days where you have to be able to make adjustments on the fly, be able to have the confidence to leave a spot, and be able to fish thoroughly and calmly, because things can go wrong in a hurry when you know, your mind starts to turn. So especially it goes into negative spaces, you know, and it's real easy to kind of spiral out. And I'm happy with my decisions I've made today. You know, got one little squeaker we could have got rid of, but it's okay. Again, not mad at today at all.
Let's bring out a former Bass Nation national champion from Hawaii. Say aloha to Matty Wong. Got to see Matty on Bass Live here today. It was an emotional roller coaster. It started kind of down, but it built. He had 19 pounds, 6 ounces yesterday. 5 fish here today. 19 pounds, 6 ounces yesterday. 10 pounds, 9 ounces today. Moves into second place with 29 pounds and 15 ounces. 29-15, and Matty Wong's going to be fishing on semifinal Saturday.
Thank you.
Matty, looks like you're going to work again tomorrow. Woo! The bad news is you were talking about how hot it was out there, and it's supposed to be hotter tomorrow.
I can't even potentially fathom that. That just blows my mind. I feel like I was wearing a sauna suit all day.
That's exactly what I feel like myself, to be honest. If a skinny Hawaiian is hot, imagine what a bulbous Canadian feels like right now.
Yeah, I have no words to that. You know, today, like you said, it was a little touch and go at first, but managed to make the right adjustments and kind of settled in. And when I was able to settle in, the bite started to roll, and I was able to manage to get a limit. And that's all I can ask for. I'm just absolutely pumped that I get to fish tomorrow. It was my first time fishing here ever, so to figure out a new fishery, to figure out like the subtle nuances about it, it makes me feel good. And hopefully we can kind of keep it rolling and stay in that top 10. But I want to give a special shout out to I call them my Alabama parents, Mark and Lisa Edmonds. These two are the salt of the earth. They take such good care of me whenever I'm in town. And if it wasn't for my Bass family, it wouldn't have made this dream possible. So a special shout out to you guys. Also a special shout out to everyone back in California, the Ventura County Bass Club, everyone back home in Hawaii, and all you guys for showing out. Give you guys yourself a round of applause for coming out and supporting all of us. Seriously. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday.
All right, see you tomorrow, and hopefully all the way through to Sunday. Let's bring a 5-time classic qualifier former. Say aloha to Matty Wong.
Got her. Oh my God. Staying positive. This kind of stuff happens.